Yeah, I'm Steve Winslow, Malden City Councilor. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming out. It's such a great group of people, and I'm unfortunately I can only be here half time, but it's been great, and I'm sure you all enjoyed very much. So thanks to Ann and the board here for putting everything together. It's just a great event, and I think it's a great start, and I'm sure we'll do more of this. So I worked on programming. You know, one of the things, it was interesting when we talked about principles of if we have programs, what should we focus on as a community? Now, obviously, inclusivity, that people feel welcome when the programs are held. Making sure they're building bridges, like, you know, even the theme today, building community, keep building on that. And being inclusive of all types of art forms in terms of, you know, not just paintings, but 3D art and other type of things. Some of the, a lot of ideas for art. I mean, obviously, creating an art center was a big thing. We talked about having some cultural commission or something focused on helping facilitate the arts. Having some art festivals, Path Fest, a passport where you would have a spot in the event where you would have different cultural groups have a spot, and the kids would, or people would, come with a passport and get stamped as they learn more about that stuff. So a lot of good, interesting things. Open studios. One of the things we talked about, we did. There's really no central event space either in a building or outside. So what can we do? We have a lot of auditoriums in our schools, in our churches. Maybe having a clearinghouse, identifying who the contact person is for those, how much they cost. So if you are doing these type of things, maybe rethinking McDonald Stadium into being a space that's more than just an athletic field. Could it be a space where these events could be held? So that's some of the ideas. Obviously there's some bigger things that happen, but what could we do in the short term? Some experiments. There was the thought of having an art commission or an art group, obviously. We've done pop-ups. Maybe that can be regular. I mean, there's already once a month. There's at Commerce Place. There's the rotating art thing, and there's open in there. Could that be expanded beyond Commerce Place? Could it be for all of downtown, or take what we got and build off of that? Some asset mapping. Trying to figure out what spaces are available for people. Get that Malden events calendar beefed up more. And all this takes people. So you can see there's a lot of different groups that we get involved. I mean, especially if you have an outdoor event on civic city land, it might be good to have like a checklist. So depending upon if you're having food and other type of things, you would know what to go with. So right now, if you want an event, you have to, figure it out yourself. Maybe a little guidance from the city, a liaison there would be helpful. So a lot of good ideas. I mean, I think it's something that we as a city can follow up on to help support these things and go. But it's exciting. Obviously, a lot of programming has to help go forward with your help. So but I think we can make it easier, at least on the city. Thank you, Ann.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah.
One high arching theme that we got from ours is if you have experience with strategic plans or business plans, looking out financial models, doing comparable research to other facilities and towns that have done this. I mean, obviously, we as a group, MATV, hopefully as an umbrella to the arts and cultures, in Malden, the rebranding, the remarketing, can be that bones, that organizational structure. We're already a nonprofit. We already have bank accounts. We have cash management systems. It's a good way to move forward. But if you have experience with that, if you can come talk to me too, because we are trying to put together something we can actually show potential capital investors, either equity or debt financing investors. So thank you.
And now is Janelle DeWitt. She is also on the MATV Board of Directors, as well as does many other things in the community. We're very grateful to her. Okay, a lot of information, so much to wrap up. We are really going to stay connected, and we are going to gather this information and continue the conversation. I mentioned before, if you physically want to continue your conversations, the coffee shop is across the street, the Free Range Cafe, and they're open till 5, and there's cards on there that give you a discount. And we will watch out for emails from us that will be compiling all of this information, but it's going to be a continuing process. Before we just run, did you want to say? Yeah.
Before the entertainer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Again, I want to thank you all for coming out. This is fantastic energy going on here, and we do want to keep it going. because this is the future of this whole thing is in our hands, and I think it can't help but get better as we move along. So all of your input was very important. The questions were great. The solutions are even better. The dreaming is even better. So let's keep it going. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming. We're all connected now. Thank you.